And we're back over to Theater of War. Let's see. Picking up where I left off on the campaign, because there's some points I didn't distribute these guys. Is there anything? Okay, I guess that's all done. Okay. As a result of the Nazi Panzer breakthrough at Abbeville on May 20th, 1940, Allied Army Group 1, 10 British, 18 French, and 12 Belgian divisions became cut off and pressed to the sea in the vicinity of Ravelines, Arras, and Bruges. From the west and the southwest, they were in the advanced line of the Army Group A forces under the command of General G. Rundstedt, tank groups of General E. von Kleist and Hoth and 4th Army. From the east and the southeast, the Army Group B, under command of General W. von Lieb, 18th and 6th Armies, was advancing. The British command had already made the decision to evacuate their troops on May 20th. The fact that on May 24th, Hitler approved the order given on May 23rd by Rundstedt to stop all tank groups at the Bethune-Saint-Omer Gravelines line helped contribute to the success of the Allied evacuation. The advance of German infantry faced fierce resistance from the Allies. Then on May 27th, the German command once again fed panzer groups into battle, but the tanks could not break through British reinforced defenses. Finally, a big blunder by the German command led to successful evacuation of the major part of the Allied troops, more than 338,000 people. Before Operation Dynamo started, 59,000 British troops were evacuated. From May 26th to June 4th, another 728,800 people, including 139,800 British and 139,000 French and Belgians. Some 860 ships of the British and French navies, fishing, transport, and recreation vessels were involved in saving the Allied troops. About 224 of them were shipwrecked, and about the same number were damaged. The British fighting aviation was covering the evacuation from the air. From May 27th to June 4th, it performed 2,739 sorties and shot down 130 German planes, losing some 302 friendly planes. Not the best loss exchange ratio. British lost about 68,000 men in addition to the majority of their combat vehicles and armament. Okay, onto battle orders. What do we got? As a result of many days of combat, the French army has sustained grave losses, aggravated even more by the constant bombing by Luftwaffe aviation. But even with such high losses, our troops continue to try and hold the line and allow other Allied forces to embark and retreat back across the English Channel. Today, the main task is to contain the German troops and prevent them from breaking through to the evacuation areas along the coast. Okay, so let's take a look at the troops I've got. I have 4 75mm AT guns. It seems that Theater of War does not model the far more common 25mm French anti-tank gun. And I have about a platoon of infantry. Okay, and coming in as reinforcements, I'm guessing there's about a platoon of H-35 tanks, a couple of armored cars, an AMR-35. It's got that 13.2mm Hotchkiss machine gun, which can take out light German armor at very close range. Got FT-17 with its... well, I mean, it's the same gun that that's on the H-35s. Just the H-35s have more armor. So, FT-17, World War I vintage. It can kill modern German tanks if used carefully. R-35, and current pride of the French army is the S-35, which is rather a bit more effective. Actually able to punch through the 30 millimeters of frontal armor on German tanks, technically out to 1 kilometer, although just barely. I wouldn't trust it much beyond 500 meters. The R-35, really about 100 meters, is, yeah, with that 37 millimeter Pateau SA-18. I wouldn't trust that to knock out, to punch through 30 millimeters of frontal armor at much more than 100 meters. And we got another platoon of infantry coming in. Oh. Got some crews that are no longer with their vehicles that I guess they're not able to be used anymore. Anywho, guess let's get this battle started. The setup and planning phase is going to be significantly less complicated than the typical combat mission scenario. In fact, this whole battle, like these combat mission scenarios, I have to upload in like typically 3 multi-hour parts. Theater of War scenario I can probably get done in a single video. There's not going to be much of a planning phase. I'm going to try to have a bit of a planning phase. I want to set up my forces as optimally as possible, but there's a lot fewer forces to account for. The situations overall are a lot simpler. The fidelity of the tank combat simulation should be pretty close to combat mission levels of realism. Yes, our job today is we are the rearguard to Dunkirk. We are trying to hold off the German forces that have renewed their push on Dunkirk, and we are valiantly holding them back to the last man while everyone else boards ships and either sails back to England or gets moved back to France to continue fighting. Well, they're probably all going to at least make a stop back in England. But I think most of the French troops do eventually get redeployed back to France. You kind of have to wonder if maybe the smarter move would have been to keep them all in England for an eventual future push somewhere. I guess they hadn't quite lost hope of holding France. Okay, and... Okay, situation is I have a fairly straight defensive line consisting of 3 trenches. 1 trench for each of my infantry squads. I'll want to find the most concealed positions I can for my anti-tank guns. Well, artillery pieces issued with anti-tank ammunition. And, yeah, actually intentionally used in an anti-tank role. This isn't entirely ad hoc. The German forces will be coming, well, from somewhere over here, and driving straight at my lines. The terrain is not completely flat. There are rolls in it. Obviously, to actually reach me and overrun my positions, they need to get over 1 or more of these four bridges here. Possibly... Okay, no, that one's off map. I shouldn't theoretically have to worry about that one. That is over the edge of the map. Okay, so these four bridges are the main ones I have to worry about. It's possible some of them coming in from off map may come over that one or that one. I probably don't have to worry about them. However, I don't need to actually cross the bridges in order to shoot at and cause terrible damage to my defensive positions. The effect of the hill is probably just going to be to screen them as they spawn in. So they should be showing up at more or less the same range along the whole line, that being about 500 meters or so, maybe a little less. How far can you see out there? It's also about 500 meters. Yeah, it looks like about 500 meters to the front. Pretty uniformly. A little less than 500 meters. And this thing, these 75mm guns, can punch through 42mm of armor at 500 meters. More than enough to get through the 30mm of armor on a typical German tank. Or the 15, 16mm of armor on a Panzer II? Or on the side of a Panzer IV? Okay, so I think not a whole lot of complicated stuff to do with my initial setup. I do want to make sure that my infantry are all in the trench. And I kind of want them in these oh, there's a technical term for these sort of protrusions from the trench. Cannot remember what it is. It offers a little bit of slightly better protection from artillery than being in the main trench line. Obviously, against small arms, one spot's as good as the next. Maybe see about turning off the music. Okay, so that's all the infantry placed. The anti-tank guns. Now, I learned from the debacle in the first mission in the Polish campaign, where I tried to get fancy with the placement of the anti-tank gun, at least one of my anti-tank guns, and it ended up actually just not getting to fire at all. I do want to make sure they're in, as concealed position as I can get them. I don't know how much that's actually taken account for in these game mechanics. Hang on. if I can get somewhat... Yeah. Kind of want to try to get them back just... so they're just peeking over the hill, and then the hill itself would be providing some cover. Can't quite get these guns back far enough to do that. Accomplish that. My deployment zone doesn't extend back that far. Is a bit of... Might be able to do that for this gun. There may actually not be much for it, but I'm kind of thinking of maybe having him back here, but then these bushes might prove to be an obstruction. I don't have a line of sight tool in this game like I do in Combat Mission. So the only way to check that he can see what I want him to see from a given position is to zoom down to his level. That doesn't give me quite the full picture of what are the game mechanics accounting for. Okay, one over here, you might be able to use that hill providing some cover trick. Now, of course, the more I try to use the hill for cover, the more dead ground there is up here. That's a consideration. Ideally, I suppose what we'd have is a position forward up here, where there is almost no dead ground, but I would have the gun itself dug in a bit. But I have no way of digging in the gun, so that'll just... moving it forward to where there's no dead ground is just going to have it just extremely exposed, very vulnerable to HE rounds coming from the tanks. It's possible the best protection I can provide is to try to have them semi-concealed in the bushes. I don't know how well does that work in this game engine. I don't actually know the answer to that. And I can... I feel like my anti-tank guns are going to get knocked out a lot faster than I would like. I can't quite figure out how to give them as much concealment and cover as I would like. The enemy is going to be starting out at long range. And these things have the power to knock them out at long range. So, sacrificing the ability, like, letting the enemy have some dead ground might be worth giving my guns some cover on the hill. Kind of wish I could zoom in a little bit to see just how well is that working. I'm gonna put this guy in this bush here. Should provide good observation over tanks coming from this way. It's not a whole lot of cover being provided. And the dead ground is going to be starting around here. And of course, getting worse as it goes left. So this hill is going to be completely unobservable to this gun. You know what? I'm just going to have it forward. Or, hang on, the bushes are blocking observation to the left anyway. Maybe about here-ish. Trying to... there. Almost looks a little silly. Observation to the left is blocked by that bush. Greater problem is observation may be blocked by those trees. Okay. I'm putting more thought into this than I should be. Well, no I'm not, but let's start the battle regardless. Ooh, I do get fighters. Not fighter bombers, though, so I should save these for when enemy aircraft show up. Okay, enemy infantry. I want to be engaging these guys at such a long range. Yeah, why not? Oh, I do want to make sure my guns don't reveal their positions to enemy infantry. There. Tank. Focus exclusively on the tanks. Okay. What do we got here? Panzer 4C. Panzer 4C. Another Panzer 4C. Oh, maybe I should have had my anti-tank guns. Ooh, I already knocked out 2 of them. Nice. Oh, bugger. Okay. Okay. There is a pause button around here somewhere. I forgot. That's actually... Hang on. I need to... I've forgotten some of my Theater of War controls. Okay, here we go. Controls, interface... Let's adjust game speed. Should actually be a pause button. Ah, space. Of course. Okay, so we got 2 enemy tanks knocked out already. That's good. Good. Oh, but 2 guns already decrewed. That is no good. I'm going to take up relatively frontal positions there. Okay. As soon as the artillery stops, I want these... Okay. I'm going to move these guys back, and then they're going to come around and reman that gun, just as soon as the artillery stops. Actually, those guys I want to move to that gun. Oh, but not yet. Wait for the artillery to stop. Ah! Oh. Enemy aircraft. Bring in our fighters. Okay. Make another attempt to crew that gun. Some long-lasting artillery. I think it's done finally. Okay. I think, are those ours? Or are those the Germans? How long does it take ours to show up? Oh, you slow French tanks. Which one are you shooting at? Should be able to get through either one. Far one? Okay. You will not be able to kill the far one. Okay, these are both S-35. Oh, bugger. Treads are knocked out. You get over there. Ah! Get! Oh shit, the gun's knocked out. That's not good. Oh man, okay. Char B1. Yeah, it's actually surprisingly good performance by the 75mm gun. I mean, you would expect good performance, good armor-piercing performance out of a 75mm gun, except this is a really short-barreled 75mm gun. In fact, actually, the 47... Or, no, hang on. It's counting the 75 as the main gun. That's interesting, even though it's the one in the... It's the one in the chassis rather than the one in the turret. Huh. And actually, the 75 has slightly better armor-piercing performance, which is contrary to what I'd heard. It is... I mean, that is an L-17 gun. The length of the gun is only 17 times the caliber. That is an incredibly short gun. Not designed for anti-tank work at all. Ooh, we've taken out a third German tank. Oh, good God, they have more artillery coming down on us? Alright. Stay where you are. Stop. Stop moving for a bit. Oh, but this thing has incredible armor on it. 60 millimeters frontal armor. That is amazing by the standards of this time. $60 millimeters of side armor, too. Just focus on shooting that thing. Just stop. Stop, and just shoot. Do nothing but shoot. Stop. You can get on that gun if you like. Run. Do not stop running. But you've got 2 crew members on it. Go ahead and rotate that gun a little bit to the left. There we go. And take out that Panzer IV. Got some nice hit decals in there. Oh, might have taken the commander's head clean off with that one. If he was looking out through the cupola at the time, which he probably would have been. A solid hit. Okay, he's been detracted. Oh, crap. He took out the gun. It's okay. We got one more gun left. Oh, hey. No idea where the enemy infantry got off to, but I'm betting they're probably over there somewhere. Oh, I have reinforcements. Excellent. Get spread out into line. Any more infantry reinforcements I haven't been told about? I think that's all of them. Keep spreading out. Get into a somewhat less vulnerable formation than a clump. Get spread out and lined up. Okay, now lie down. Don't move. Lie down and shoot. Okay. Taking out 4 enemy tanks. We're about to obliterate these enemy infantry here. You guys get back on that anti-tank gun. You tanks that can still move. Form a line about there-ish. Or possibly a wedge. I'd rather that wedge was echelon to the left rather than to the right, but okay. Oh, bugger. Here they come. More of them are coming. I think... Okay, FT-17, I want to keep you hidden in the back. Rotate a bit. H-35, you can't do much from this... Oh, well, yeah. Get some AP shells loaded. Okay, I don't know why you're going that way. What do we got here? We got Panzer 1. Panzer 3s. And more enemy infantry coming. No more friendly infantry have been identified just yet. Okay, Panzer 1, that is 13 millimeters of frontal armor. My H-35s can punch through that at 500 meters. Oh god, the FT-17's been immobilized. Well, that's not good. And it cannot get through their armor at this range. Oh god, and there's more of them. Get hidden behind... Stop! Stop! Rotate. You guys have too much initiative. Okay, let's bring some mortars down on their infantry. Apparently knocked out 5 of their tanks so far. There's quite a number of Panzer IIIs coming down on us. And a few Panzer IIs. 1 Panzer II so far. Okay, we've lost an AT gun. You, there we go. I would like you to reverse out of danger. Let's bring them in nice and close before we make any real efforts to try and knock them out. You, crew members. Continue being crew members, but for anti-tank guns. Oh, dang it. Treads are knocked out. Eh, what are you doing? Stop! Don't do things that I don't tell you to do. You have far too much initiative. Okay, you have one tread still working, so that should be enough to rotate a little bit. Ooh, more reinforcements. What do we got? We have more infantry showing up on this flank here. That's... Okay, these guys are about to get overrun, but I have fresh infantry reinforcements on the way. Alright. RB1. I'll let it deal with that Panzer III, then I'll send it round along with this H-35. Send those both left. Try and deal with all these German Panzer IIIs. Okay, these guys are almost in position. Hurry up! dealing with their infantry pretty efficiently. Really? Using the low velocity gun as your primary gun for anti-tank work? I trust they did their research. Okay. Okay, that's not ideal. You fall back. Let them get a little closer. Have a little bit more success if you stay still for more stable firing position. Oh, okay, that's not a lot of armor-piercing ammo left. Just run. Oh, you're down to HE. Don't bother firing HE at them. What are you even shooting at? a very confident submachine gunner there. Stop. Let them get close. Okay. Push forward a little bit more.
En avant, marche! Halte au feu!
There you go. There's a good target for you. Oh god, is this gun down to... Okay, it does have armor piercing left. And we've lost that S-35. Still have one more back here. Should be able to knock it out at that range. Probably. Ooh, took out a tread. That's something. Did you miss? You're aiming too high, buddy. You have plenty of armor-piercing ammo. Don't get taken out. Ooh, feel free to shoot. Also, feel free to hit. Do try not to miss. Okay. I'm gonna ask that you hold fire for a bit. We're gonna get up nice and close. Basically point blank. Wait, you also... Just move! Move! Oh! Okay, that's not good. Okay, crew members are in. Okay, no, they're not injured. Good. I want you to have no chance of missing this, and I have basically no confidence in your marksmanship at this point. Right, get you past the bushes. Anything that could obscure your vision. Okay. Now stop. And shoot. Or oh, bugger. I guess you're down to the 75, aren't you? In that case, rotate a little bit. And shoot. Solid hit. I think you took out the gun. There it goes. Did you just miss at point blank? Get him. There we go. Good job. Knew you could do it, buddy. Never doubted you for a minute. Alright. You're still active. Also, not proving very effective. Getting hits on that one. This one is probably no longer a threat. Alright, I want you to say... Oh god. You're out of armor-piercing ammunition. You're useless now. There's nothing you can do. And the AP machine gun ammo can only get through 9mm of armor. APHE armor, hurt ammo. Oh. Well, I'm just screwed then, aren't I? Okay, you can be useful against the enemy infantry. High explosive ammo can only get through 12mm armor. Even the Panzer I has 13mm armor. Not even a Panzerwagen here. Alright. You, oh immobilized one, are our last hope. We have taken out 8 enemy tanks. Which, while not devastating, is a bad day for the Germans. Thing is almost invincible. I don't even know why you're bothering to shoot at the enemy tanks. You don't have any weapons that can hurt them. All you got left are high explosives. Theater of War really does like throwing overwhelming odds at you. Okay, they have finally managed to immobilize. Shoot at the infantry! Oh, okay, actually you can't. Your coax is... Are you out of coax ammo? Has it been destroyed? Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Wait, maybe Lord. Oh no, it's out of firing cone there. So just maybe lob an HE at that Panzer 1 anyway, on the off chance that maybe there's a weak point. Coming back into the firing cone. Put an HE into it. Reaction times are a little slow. Okay, never mind. Its armor is just thin enough that maybe a big high explosive could get through it. And you know, maybe if it had top armor. Yeah, the top armor is only 6mm. And we've got an angle. So, might have been able to get through. Oh, okay, that's no good. Run. We could reman. I don't see any safe way for us to get there. Really, what we should be doing is retreating. But there is no withdraw or ceasefire option. Pretty much the only thing I can do is wait for them to come into the guns of my S-35 here. And some of these guys I might be able to run that way fast as you can. Maybe I can get some of you over here to recruit this gun or this tank. I mean, it shouldn't be possible to have you guys recruit the tank, because y'all have infantry training, not tank training. What is a command variant doing going forward in the battle anyway? This is not a battle tank, this is a command tank. Should be sitting in the rear passing radio messages. Nice. That's one enemy commander taken out. What level would have a battalion commander? Or would have a commander? Battalion, maybe? Battalion level have a command tank. Probably get that answer by just looking up how many Befehlswagen are in a 1940 Panzer Division. If it's more than like 3 or 4, then yeah, probably one per battalion. Attempt to recrew the R-35. Oh. Okay. Things guns are down. I am going... It's got a little neat door on the sides. Very World War One type design for the tank. Okay. Rush. Get to that anti-tank gun. You know what? Maybe screw the anti-tank gun and get to the tank. Alright, this tank is back in action. Only got 14 armor-piercing shells, so need to be careful with them. Make sure they hit. Okay. Hold fire. I'll push you up nice and close. Make sure you cannot miss. Thing has been detracked. Gun may still be in operation, so we need to be a little bit careful.
Les renforts sont arrivés.
Oh, excellent. Reinforcements. What do we got? Where are they? Oh god. That's not good. That is very not good. What can I do with them? Where can I put them? Ah. This is very bad. Run! Run away! Shoot. Shoot. Ah, good hit. Maybe wait for higher hit probabilities than that. Seeing where these are hitting. Are these all missing? Clearly, I need to... Oh, that went really high. Wait for him to get a little closer. Only have 29 more rounds. Oh, okay, that one looked like a hit. That was a hit. That was a miss. Don't have all the ammo in the world. Be careful with your rounds. Okay. Pick out the track. So 10 tanks destroyed, 2 immobilized so far. Excellent. Switch targets. Good hits there. Under 100 meters, that's definitely point blank here. Got multiple good hits. So down to 14 rounds. Finish it. Aim lower. Okay, just need a second person on this. Okay, I need 2 people on the gun so I can pull it away from this position. Dang it. Okay. Okay, 12 tanks destroyed. Kinda wish there was some time acceleration here. There's nothing for it at this point but to wait for the enemy to come to me. Oh, don't... Okay, at least you're using HE. Yeah, why are you... I'd have shot at him with the machine gun, frankly.
Attention! Le moteur est endommagé.
Use the machine gun against infantry. It's far more effective. See? Much higher hit probabilities there.
Le moteur est endommagé.
Okay.
Attention!
What can I do? To end the battle now? You know, there's an end battle option here, but that basically amounts to quit battle. This battle is over. How do I make the game recognize that it's over? Am I gonna have to decrew my vehicle and have them charge into the enemy guns just so the game realizes that the battle's over? Or do I have more reinforcements coming eventually? Okay, I'm thinking in order to get yeah, clicking end battle there just boots me out to the menu. I don't think they're gonna be coming to me. I think the only way to get the game to realize that this battle is over, I've lost it, is to do a suicide charge my crew straight at the enemy. This game will only award victory or defeat to one side or the other when one side is completely annihilated, down to the last man. There we go, let's charge on the machine guns to that tank. Oh, wait, never mind. That one's coming our way. Or, no, it changed its mind. I was gonna say, if any of them are willing to come to me, I sure wouldn't mind knocking out one or two more of them. I wouldn't mind having just a pure World War I game one of these days. Just to take see these things in action in their native environment. Okay. It's still not ending the battle. What do I have to do? It's over. I lost. End the battle. Why won't it end? Just let me lose already. I'm not sure. I mean, these are fighters, and there aren't any enemy aircraft present, so there's not really anything we can do. But maybe once they're expended, the game will let me lose. Huh. Yeah, that sticks around a lot longer than I thought it would. Probably would have been a good idea to have them deployed right from the beginning of the battle. Alright, so finally done. Okay, I think that's returning to base. So now that literally all friendly units have been expended, the battle should be ending with a defeat. Why isn't it ending? I don't get it. Hang on. Okay, well, the battle does not look like it's going to end on its own, which means I'm not going to be able to get the endgame overview screen. But in short, I knocked out 12 of their tanks and immobilized one of them. Inflicted at least 63 personnel casualties. There will be additional ones that are kind of hidden behind a fog of war that would have been revealed at the endgame overview. My casualties, pretty significant. I lost 3 tanks. Actually 5, but 2 of them aren't counted since they aren't really destroyed. I've just abandoned them. And 96 personnel. So, that's that. And I do have the next mission in this campaign unlocked, because I have played it before. So I won't have any difficulty getting to that. I just won't be, continuing with the direct aftermath of the results of this mission.